Hello and welcome to day 3 of Circus, Teeny Tiny Wishes, Razzleberry ink, Pumpkin Pie ink, and Chocolate Chip ink. This is a card that I will be showing you how to create for day 3. Just as a recap, here was day 1. So if you haven't watched this video, head back to Stampin' Sandy H on YouTube and you'll be able to see this video. And also from yesterday was this video. So check those out using the same colors, and by doing that you'll get a lot of mileage out of the same products. Alright. For the card today, again, we're going to be doing the random stamping, and I'm going to start with this big circle out of Circus, and I'm going to stamp one of him up towards the top, one of him off to the left, and one of him down in the bottom right. Then I'm going to go back and add in this whirly guy. I think I've told you this before. Make sure you start with your largest image first and then work down, because you can always fill in the spots with your smaller images, but it's harder to fill in your spots with your larger images. Alright? So fill it up something like so. By the way, this piece measures 3 3/4 across, 3.5 inches tall. I'm going to be mounting that onto a piece of rich razzleberry. The rich razzleberry is 4 inches across and 5 1/4 inches tall. So stick that down to that, and then I'm going to stop with that for just a second. I have a little piece of very vanilla, just a scrap, and I'm going to pull out a stamp out of my Teeny Tiny Wishes set. Let's see, what do I want to use for today? Thinking of You. Stamping Thinking of You in Rich Razzleberry, and I'm going to use my small oval punch, and that works so good for this stamp set. A lot of them fit nicely in there, so go ahead and stamp that like so, or punch it out, excuse me. Punch it out of a scrap. Then I'm going to go ahead and mount that onto the bottom of this piece of Rich Razzleberry. Alright. Let's see, straighten that out like so. Looks pretty good. Then what I'm going to put over top of that is one of our oval pieces out of the Hodgepodge. I've showcased this in the other stamps, or other cards. This is on sale this week, so that's why I am showcasing that. $18.99 in US dollars. Alright, you'll need a couple of the brads that are in the set, and then that oval gadget. What I do is just lay that over top of there, determine where that needs to be, and using my 1/16 inch hole punch, just punch right through there. Alright, feed it to the back, open up the brads, and then I go on to the other side and punch a hole and feed it through, open the brads, and we're finished with that portion. Something else I would like to do is add a strip of ribbon across the top there, and I could just, I could just put it across, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do something a little bit with the Hodgepodge hardware. This is one of the smaller brads, not the very, very smallest, but one of the smaller brads in the pack. I ran out of the largest ones. On this sample of the card, I've used one of the larger brads, but I've run out of those. But I think this smaller size will work. So I open up the tines on the brad, lay my ribbon through those tines, and then I bend my tines back and flip them open. Whoops. Like so. Okay, and notice when I flip them open, flip them kind of open to the side. And that kind of gathers it up on the front, makes it look kind of cute. And then you can just lay it across. And what I would do just to make it lay flat is add some snail. Alright. And that runs across the front like so. Okay. Whoops, don't tape it to your paper. Add some snail to the back to tie it down. And both sides are tied down. Add snail to the top. bottom corners, and add that to a folded piece of Very Vanilla. It is folded, but it's 4 1/4 wide by 11 inches tall. So when you fold it, it's 4 1/4 here, the fold is up here, and this side is 5 1/2 inches. Standard size card, just fold, cut originally if you want to say the wrong direction. So there's another card for you in those colors with those stamp sets using the Vanilla Hodgepodge hardware. My website, stampinsandyh.com. Feel free to visit anytime. My email address is out there, but it's sandy@stampinsandyh.com. Hope to hear from you soon.